I'm so excited. It's a latte. I put cinnamon in it. I am a cinnamon girly and I cannot wait. It's so good. No, Shasta. My cat is exploring the apartment. I don't know what got into her, but I feel like she's seeing it with new eyes and she's just like super excited. I wanted to sit down and do a little get ready with me and just talk and chat because it's been a minute since I've sat down to just like do a video like this and I missed it, so I wanted to come back and do a little get ready with me and just talk about life. Lately I have been very swamped with work. It's been really intense and it kind of got me very stressed out. So I ended up getting sick and I was so sad about it. I got a sinus infection and those are not fun. If you've had one of those before, I'm so sorry. I'm there with you. And if you haven't gotten one, I don't recommend it. I also don't have a mirror with me again, so I'm just using my phone and just winging it. But I actually was supposed to go snowshoeing today with my friends and I felt so burnt out and so tired that I was like, no, today is gonna be a self-care day. And I wanted to sit down and talk exactly about that, about self-care and how important it is to put yourself first, even when things get really crazy and hectic at work or in life in general. I think it's so normal for us to put ourselves, you know, at the bottom of our, I guess, to-do list or our priorities because, I don't know, maybe you think that it might be selfish. Can you hear Shasta in the background? She's so funny today. I don't know what got into her, but anyways, yeah, I think it's just so normal for us to put ourselves last and just, you know, prioritize everything else except for us. And then sometimes it gets to a point where this happens and you get sick and it's no fun. And so what I'm trying to do now is just put myself first and not go super crazy with saying yes to everything, because that's also something else that I did that kind of got me to where I am now. With work being so intense, I also, like I've told you in I think a previous video, I really enjoy having a social life and really like spending time with my friends. It's something that's very important for me, but I think I said yes to wait. Shasta's like, I agree. I think I've just said yes to way too many things and it kind of just bit me in the butt because I literally did not have time for me. I did not have time to rest and recuperate after work. I would be going to bed super late and then waking up really early and just kind of running all over the place. And even when I was with my friends, I would be exhausted and I felt like I wasn't giving 100% of myself to them. So I would feel bad because I was like, this is not how I want this to be, you know? I want to be able to give more of myself to my friends, but I don't have much to give. Okay, I went in with my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I love this stuff. It's so good. And I'm also using the NARS Creamy Concealer. I also love this. Like, this combination I feel like is so nice. It makes my skin feel like very smooth and it makes it look really pretty. So I love it. So I think what I'm trying to do now is not really say like no to things, because I still really enjoy doing a bunch of things. Like, I'm one of those people that just loves to have a booked schedule. It makes me feel busy, which I don't know if that's toxic or not, but I like having things to do. It makes me excited and it makes me look forward to doing these things. And it just makes me feel like my life is much more fulfilling. but I think I want to say yes to more things that are related to me. So like, you know, maybe when I have some downtime, booking like literally in my schedule, like booking time for me to unwind and like do nothing. I think it's super underrated, like literally just sitting in your bed and looking at the ceiling. I know that sounds so boring, but I think it's so important just to allow yourself to like breathe and just exist. I don't know if you guys know Mel Robbins, but she is amazing. I really admire her so much. I love her podcast. If you haven't listened to her, I highly recommend checking her out. I don't know why she feels like an aunt, like to me, like kind of like la tia that you go to for anything like advice related. She's that kind of person that I look up to and I'm like, you're so amazing. And so she had this podcast episode about the importance of literally doing nothing, of just sitting in your bed and, like I said, staring at the ceiling and just letting your mind do its thing, you know, just have thoughts pop up into your head and just like spend time with yourself and recuperate. And that's what I did this morning. And guys, I felt so good. I felt so like relaxed. I woke up and I felt really creative. And I don't know, I just felt very rejuvenated after doing that. I think it was exactly what I needed after having just such a crazy, I swear this cat, she doesn't want me to film. Are you the star of the show, Shasta? Oh my god. Oh my god, she's wild. Yeah, I took her advice and I really just like did nothing, and I feel like I've gained so much energy back. Obviously, I still am gonna take it easy, but yeah, I realized how important it is just to, you know, make time to be chill and exist and fill your things in your schedule, of course, if you want to, if that's the kind of person that you are. But like also fill your schedule with things that will fill your cup, if you know what I mean. So I think this weekend is definitely going to be one where I am just relaxing and recuperating. I've also been really into health stuff lately. I think more than I have been in the past. It's so funny, my boyfriend will sometimes catch me Googling like the benefits of salt or something, and I don't know why, I just lately I have been so interested and fascinated in how like food and natural stuff can be so beneficial for you. I'm actually gonna put on this little jacket because I feel like I'm naked even though I have a sports bra, but I want to make this like a little bit more appropriate. I don't know why I felt so exposed. But yeah, especially now that I, you know, got sick from stress and from work, I want to start eating. I mean, I already eat pretty healthy, but I want to start, you know, being more conscious of the foods that I choose to put into my body. I'm gonna name drop another influencer that I recently discovered. Her name is Nara Smith. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. I hope you're enjoying this background noise from Shasta. I don't know if you guys have heard about her, but she is so beautiful. She's this model and influencer who, it's wild. She's 22 and she has 2 kids already, and I'm like, wow, she has her life together. Not to say that like when you have kids you have your life together, but I feel like that's a huge responsibility. And so she's just like, I feel like she's killing it in life. She's a model and a mom of 2. I think she's gonna have her 3rd baby soon. But she was talking about how she had eczema and she wanted to start, you know, making sure that she was also very conscious of the kinds of food that she puts into her body, and how these foods could help her naturally combat eczema. And so because of that, she started cooking everything from scratch. And this girl is wild. Like, she will literally make Cheez-Its from scratch. And I'm like, what? Like, she has a TikTok where she's making the dough for her Cheez-Its. And I'm like, that is so cool. I definitely don't have the time to make Cheez-Its from scratch. But I just thought that was super admirable because, yeah, if you think about it, there's so many foods that are not very good for you, and they have pretty bad ingredients that are, you know, made in bulk. Obviously, I do think it's fine if you eat Cheez-Its or Takis. Like, I love Takis, but I think it's also really important to be mindful of what it is that you put into your body. So I want to start being more conscious of that. And so lately I've just been on this like obsession of like, what are the benefits of, I don't know, sea salt, saline mix or whatever for, you know, when you have a sinus infection or for your throat. And I know this is not like food that you actually eat, but for saline rinses, I was reading that saline is really, really good for helping to reduce like how bad a cold can get, even like with COVID. If you do salt gargles like 3 to 4 times a day when you are sick, it helps reduce the length of your cold, which I was like, what? That is so good to know. So now every time I get sick, I'm gonna be very mindful of doing saline rinses and gargles, because girl, nobody likes to be sick. Like, I hate being sick. We are abundant in health and wealth, so that's what I'm working towards. I also already cook a lot at home, also because everything is really expensive right now, so we're trying to like minimize how much we spend outside of like our home. But it is so inspiring to see an influencer who she literally makes everything from scratch. She also looks so good at doing it. Like, all her outfits are amazing, her style is impeccable, she's gorgeous. I'm just like super inspired by her. Everything is so aesthetic, so I'm like aspiring to be like that, and also make sure that I take care of my health. I also recently joined a gym, so I am trying to be very mindful of going as often as I can. I had a training session recently with one of those personal trainers, like, you know, when you join a gym and they're like, oh, you get, you know, 3 sessions for this much money as like a newcomer. I ended up just going for like the free consultation, and he was so nice. I was really anxious because I've always had in my mind this like stereotype of personal trainers as being like very cocky and kind of like looking down on you and being like, you suck. You are not healthy and you're doing everything wrong. I don't know why I had that in my head, and I was like, he's gonna judge me, I'm gonna feel super uncomfortable. But he actually was super nice and like explained everything very thoroughly. He did an assessment of me and he was like, you're actually like doing really well, you're super healthy, and you're working towards your goals, but let's try to be more specific. What is it that you want to achieve? So I don't know, it felt very like a very useful session, so I really appreciated that. I felt very comfortable. But something that he did say, like, he never tried to sell me the personal fitness or the personal training sessions, but he did mention, he was like, you have this gym membership, and what I recommend that you do, whether you get the personal training sessions or not, try to come, you know, 4 or 5 times a week. Even if you don't feel like it, just stay for 20 minutes. You know, just go in, get on the treadmill, walk for 20 minutes, and then leave. Like, all you have to do is show up. That's like the most important thing. And that was so motivating for me because I was like, okay, he's so right. I have this membership. I have not gone in a long time. This was after I had my session. It's been a while since I've been to the gym, just because also work has been crazy. Obviously, you can't make time for everything, but I have been trying. But I thought back on what he said, and I was like, I need to do that. I need to just go to the gym and show up and just be there for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And I'm gonna do that today. I'm so proud of myself. I'm doing my makeup. I'm not gonna go hard in the gym because I don't want to sweat and get like breakouts. But I was like, okay, I want to go and just do a little mini routine sesh and show up for a little bit and then come back. So that is my goal for today, and just try to work on my fitness, on my body, and then come back and just rest for the rest of the day. Just be chill. I have been on the hunt for a good mascara for sensitive eyes. I got LASIK done quite a long time ago, but my eyes are still very sensitive to like mascaras that aren't like hypoallergenic. And I found this brand, it's called Marcelle. Have you guys seen the little show, Marcelle the Shell? It totally reminds me of this. But I'm gonna try it. I like just got it a few days ago, and this is my second time using it. I don't know how I feel about it. I should probably use a mirror to do this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have it on. I think it's really pretty. It's waterproof, which I really value. I love having my lashes curled and up when I put on a mascara, and I want it to hold. So the first time that I used it, I felt like it did kind of like make my lashes not hold a curl and they would fall slowly over time. Hopefully this time they stay, but so far so good. The other thing that I wasn't a huge fan of is that it did transfer to my lower lash, but also that happens with like pretty much every mascara that I use. I don't know if it's because I blink a lot, or like sometimes I'll like blink hard and maybe that causes a transfer. I'm not sure. I've literally tried every trick in the book with that, and I still struggle to this day. Like I always have some kind of transfer on my lower lashes. So if you know a trick, please let me know, because I hate that. I feel like I look like a raccoon. So I will let you guys know how I feel about this later. Maybe I'll do like a review or something. But anyways, going back to filling my cup and making time for me, I definitely want to say yes to spending more time with myself so that I can give myself 110%, and then that way I can give other people 110% when I'm with them. So I'm definitely going to be working towards that. And I don't know if you can tell, I am a planner. Like I love planning. I have a little planner actually, and she is the cutest. I love her so much. I got her from Indigo, if you guys know that shop here in Vancouver. I don't think they have it in the States, but I love Indigo. It's like my favorite place on earth, aside from like Michael's and craft stores and thrift stores. I love planning. Also Google Cal. Google Cal is the best. But yeah, that's just like the point of today's video. It's just a little get ready with me, just to talk about how to be there for yourself, support yourself in times of need, and just like, you know, fill your cup so you're able to live a very fulfilling and happy life. I think that's where it starts. It's just making sure that you are okay, that you have all your needs met, that you're feeling good and happy with where you are in your life. And you know, obviously I feel like a bunch of different categories go into this, but definitely making sure that your nutrition is, you know, really well, that you are getting enough sleep, which I definitely was not. So I'm trying to aim for getting more sleep, not going to bed so late. That is something that is a little bit harder when you have your partner, especially in my situation, because we live in a studio apartment. So there's really nowhere to like retreat to when it comes to going to sleep. Like we're both in the same space all the time. And so it can be a little bit challenging if like I don't know, if I know that he's gonna stay up late. I don't know why we are like this, why humans are like this, but I feel like we tend to take on the habits of the people we are around. I guess because we're social creatures. But yeah, sometimes like he'll stay up late and I'm like, I can stay up a little late too, like it'll be fine. And then later I'm like, oh my god, it's so late, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to wake up early. And then I just don't get as much sleep as I would if I was like in a separate room. Which is like fine, but I'm trying to work towards getting more sleep and just doing things that fill your cup, you know, reading a book, journaling. That's a huge one for me. I love to journal. It's so valuable, and I feel like I can just put all of my thoughts down on paper, process things really well. I try to do morning pages every day. Sometimes I don't have the time to do morning pages because I think technically you're supposed to write like 3 full pages in the morning. That's a lot of time. So sometimes I'll write, like I'll set a timer and I'll just write for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And that's enough just to get everything out on paper and process it. And I do feel more like light after doing that, after writing. Sometimes I do feel creative if I'm like, I don't know, allowing my mind just to like do whatever on the page. But yeah, I highly recommend morning pages. That's like one of my favorite things. Going outside and being in nature, going for a walk. I'm definitely trying to get more walks in, especially during the day, because here in Vancouver, we don't always get a lot of light. I know it's not as like dark as other countries, but it does get pretty dark very early, and I'm so excited because it's spring now. There's more light and summer is coming. I cannot wait. Summer in Vancouver is my favorite thing in the entire world. It is so beautiful here. The city just comes to life. It's like a different city. Like Vancouver in the winter and Vancouver in the summer are so different. So I am very excited for that, and I definitely want to take advantage of the sun being out and getting that vitamin D, also getting fresh air. It was really nice because yesterday I felt like shit. Yesterday I felt horrible. And I was working and I just was like, I need something. Usually when I'm sick, I order pho because pho is just so good for you. It has so many nutrients, so many vitamins, and because it's a bone broth, that is really good for when you have a cold. So I was like, let me order some pho. I was gonna do it delivery, but I was like, it's like right around the corner. Like, why am I gonna get charged for a delivery fee? So I went, I picked it up, and that walk between like getting out of my apartment and getting to the pho restaurant, it revived me. It like rejuvenated me. I was like, oh, I feel so good. It felt amazing because I was breathing like fresh air. It was so nice just to like move my body and just like be around like trees, because where I live there's like, I'm kind of like hidden inside of like this little like neighborhood, and there's trees everywhere, and it just feels so nice to be outside and like see trees. Like, trees are the best. And then the walk back was super nice too. I loved like seeing people out. That was very fun and like made me feel very happy. So yeah, getting your walks in. I also have a little stroller for Shasta, and it's so cute because I take her out for walks and everybody's always like, oh my god, you have a cat and a stroller, and I'm like, yes. So it's definitely really fun to get her out, and she really enjoys it too. I would like to eventually get her on a harness and a leash, but she really does not like it. There's a girl in my neighborhood who walks her cat, and I'm like, you are the coolest person that I know. That is amazing. And her cat is so cute. She gets like super excited just like smelling the grass and like looking at the trees and just seeing dogs like play. It's really cool. I think also as I'm getting older, that's something that I really want to make a priority. I just feel like the older I get, the more tired, like easily tired I get. And I'm like, I need to like make sure I have energy to do everything, because that's something about me that will never change. I want to do everything. I'm just one of those people that loves like having a very versatile life, having a million hobbies, saying yes to hanging out with friends when I'm already like, you know, promised that I'm gonna do this project for myself or film this video. I don't know why, I just love doing everything. So I definitely need to make sure that I am restoring my energy. But going back to that pho was amazing. I love eating kimchi, and we have it kind of as a staple in my fridge. And so I got some kimchi and put it in my pho as well, and that was just so good. Oh my gosh. Also, speaking of kimchi is amazing for you. There's so many benefits, and that is something that I like try to eat daily because it has probiotics, and probiotics, as we know, are very good for your mental and gut health. They're really good for your immune system, so they keep you strong and healthy. It's so good for your skin. There's just like so many benefits from kimchi. Like, I just highly recommend it. I know it's a very acquired taste, but I don't know why, I've always loved like vinegary flavors. For example, kombucha. I love kombucha. I feel like it's such a like dividing drink, but it just is so good. And plus it has so many amazing benefits as well, because obviously it also has probiotics since it's fermented. But yeah, I love I love kombucha. Something else that I've also been doing to keep me healthy is, I feel like I can't talk today. I've also been putting apple cider vinegar into my water in the morning. So I'll just put a little cap full of it into some warm water. And sometimes I'll make like this little concoction where I will put turmeric and then cayenne pepper, some black pepper, and sometimes in like this little tea, like, I don't know what it's called, but like a tea holder, loose leaf tea holder, I'll put some oregano and some thyme, and then I'll just let it sit into the water. I know it sounds so gross and so weird, but this concoction is actually really good. And if you add honey, it like gives it that sweetness that you need, because it can be pretty bitter on its own. But y'all, it makes you feel so good. And plus, thyme and oregano are really good for your immune system. So if you have a cold, or I don't know, even if you have cramps, I've heard that oregano and thyme are really good for pain relief. So that's another reason why I put it into my water. But yeah, it's just like little things like that that I've been trying to do just to keep myself healthy. And I have noticed a difference in my energy levels. So I don't know, if you're somebody that's trying to get your energy up, definitely look into it. And I could go on and on about the health benefits of apple cider vinegar, but it's just amazing. I also started using it as a chemical exfoliant on my skin. So I just like mix equal parts apple cider vinegar and water, and then just like spray it on my face. And I've had some breakouts on my chin lately, and I feel like they are going away because of the apple cider vinegar. Like, it is so good, and it's all natural. So yeah, I really love that. But yeah, guys, that's just basically like a little quick update of what's been going on in my life and how I'm trying to reset and take care of myself and put myself as a priority before everything else, so that I can give 110% in all the areas that I want to give. So make sure that you are doing the same for you. Take care of yourself so that you can live a happy and healthy life, because that is so important. And that's basically it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and obviously the things that I've mentioned health-wise, make sure that you do research about it before trying it, just to make sure that it's something that you know you can do, that it won't harm you or anything. And yeah, keep being happy and healthy and wealthy and wise. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have the most incredible day ever, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Adios! Also, before I end, did you guys notice we painted our wall? I'm so happy. It's super pretty. It's a peach color and it is